What's up guys, MegaDPAL here bringing you Black to White to OU Battle versus QuickBobHero. Before we start, I'd like to quickly apologise for not uploading a battle in the last couple of weeks. That's because my mic actually broke, but thankfully I've been able to fix it, so yeah, more battles to come. Alright, looking at team preview, I'm running a balanced, non-weather team. I actually really like this team, so expect a couple more battles with this team. And my opponent's running a standard sand team. Threats on the ASN is definitely going to be that Latios because it can do a lot of work to my team. I only really have my Heatran that wants to take a hit from this thing. And speaking of Heatran's going to be vital in this battle for me, as it is good against half of his team. His Latios, Celebrate and his Skarmory. So yeah, also I do know my Skarmory is going to be key as well, as I am the Custap Berries lead Skarmory, and I want to get on my hazards as soon as I can, as they can help me potentially secure a sweep with Landorus. Because I know if I can take down his Skarmory and weaken his Landorus, I could potentially set up and sweep. So, alright, that's the plan going into battle, so let's just go. So I'm going to lead out my Skarmory as he leads out with his Infernape. I am going to stay in the first turn because I do have to stay down now, could take any hit from this Skarmory. But I didn't think he'd go straight for the Fire Blast first turn because Infernape's our most common Scarf. And I didn't think he wanted to lock himself into Fire Blast this early on because I do have a Heatran on my team. So I'm just going to set my Stealth Rock so he brings in his Latios. I'm just going to switch, going to my Heatran just to scout the HP fire, but it's actually just going to go straight for that Surf. Looking at damage from the Surf, I was unsure whether this Latios was in fact Expert Belt or Choice Scarf because of min-max variation. So what I'm actually going to do is just go straight for that Protect now, just get a little bit of HP back from the lefties, but he's going to pull this switch into his Infernape, predicting that. So what I'm actually going to do is just go for that Protect again the following turn, just to scout out what he locks himself into as he decides to lock himself into close combat. So I'm just going to make the obvious switch into Gel Scent as he predicts that. He's going to make the double switch into his T-Tar, get up his weather, and try and pursuit trap me, but that's fine for me because I do carry the Will-O-Wisp on my Gel Scent, so I can just go straight for that. But as you're going to see, he does in fact outspeed, go straight for that Crunch, and he's going to clean Oko my Gel Scent, so he's running the Choice Banded Tyranitar, and that's going to wipe out my Gel Scent, but it does give me the free switch into my Breloom. The obvious Celebi switch was obvious, but I had no reason not to go for a Spore here. Just put something sleep as it brings in his Celebi. So here I'm like, okay, my Breloom can't really touch his Celebi, so what I'm actually going to do is predict him to double switch out into his Landorus or his Infernape, predicting my Heatran switch, and just go for that double Spore. But no, he is in fact going to stay in, I guess trying to pop me with a Psychic, something like that. So either way, like I said, I cannot touch his Celebi whatsoever, so I'm just going to make the switch in Heatran this turn, as I believe he's going to stay in, hopefully try and get the weight. And now I'm like, okay, there's nothing a Celebi can do to me, to my Heatran, unless it's running the Earth Power, which, looking at his team, it seems to be more a special offensive Celebi. So what I'm actually going to do is just go for that Toxic Predicting switch out, but once again he's going to stay in. I'm like, okay, he's either running the Earth Power or possibly even the Substitute, and he might want to get a free sub up and baton pass it to something else. So what I'm actually going to do is make a safe play to go straight for that Lava Plume. As it does in fact go for that Substitute, I'm able to break that, which is nice. So here I'm like, okay, what I'm actually going to do is just go for that roll because it is the safest play. If he sets up sub, I can roll this thing out, and if he decides to switch, then I can roll whatever he wants to switch in out so he doesn't get the switch he likes. He does in fact go for sub, and I roll him out into his Landorus T, which obviously isn't the best matchup for my Heatran. So I am going to be forced to switch the following turn. But what I can do is I can use this time to switch on out into my Skarmory, because I do notice he doesn't have a Rapid Spin on his team. I know that Enchazes will be key, like I did mention a little earlier, so I'm just going to switch into my Skarmory. Just take an EQ, but he predicts the obvious switch, sets up his rocks. So now what I'm going to do is use this time to set up my spikes, because I know this Landorus T cannot really touch my Skarmory, and he's just going to U-turn out of there, and go into his Infinite now, I do believe. And because my Gel Scent is down, I don't really have anything that wants to take a hit from this thing. So what I'm actually going to do is leave my Skarmory in, just as Death Fodder, so I can get a free switch into anything else. He does just go straight for that safe Fire Blast, so that's pretty nice for him. But what it does give me is a free switch into Latios. I do know that I can just go straight for that Surf, because after the spikes and Stealth Rock's damage off on this Celebi, the Surf will be more than enough to take out this Celebi, so that's nice for me. I believe the score is 5-4 in his favour, so I'm still behind, but still a pretty good battle. Now he's going to send in his T-Tar, just pursuit trap me. If this was a standard T-Tar that runs 180 EVs in HP, then depending on min-max variation, I would have been able to take him out with this Life Orb boosted Surf from Artios. but he did tell me he's running more HP investments than the standard T-Tar, so he is going to be able to live that safe and take me out with the pursuit. So I do get a free switch into my Brillium again, so what I'm going to do is just make the safe play, just go straight for that Mop Punch. I thought he might want to use his Tyrantar's Death Warrior, but he's going to make a smart play, just go into his Landorus and get off the Intimidate and sponge that Mop Punch. But that's fine because I am the Jelly Loom. I do know I'll be able to outspeed this Lando, so I'm just going to go straight for that Spore, put this thing asleep. So that's pretty nice for me, and now I'm like, okay, I don't want him to set up hazards with his own Skarmory, and the obvious Skarmory switch is super obvious, so I'm just going to make the double switch going to my Heatran, just because, yeah, I want to try and force this Skarmory away. And looking at his team, he doesn't really have anything that wants to take a hit. If he brings in his Latios, I can get off some nice damage, and then try and get Toxic off and try and start that thing in. If he brings in his Infernape, then it's going to take damage from the Lava Plume and the incoming Entrance Hazards, to the point where it's not going to be able to do too much, live the following Entrance Hazards, I should say. He's actually just going to make smart play, just sack his T-Tar to the hazards. He's actually going to bring back in his Landorus here right now. I'm like, okay, what I'm just going to do is just go straight for Lava Plume, get off some damage on this Landorus, as he's trying to get hope for the first turn wake. And here, I didn't have a good feeling about staying in my Heatran, and I'd definitely in my Heatran if I'm ordered to win this game, so I'm just going to make the switch going to my own Landorus, get off the Intimidate and predict him to actually wake up and go for Earthquake, which he does in fact do, so it was a good job I made the switch into my Landorus. So here I'm like, okay, once again, I can't really touch his Landorus because I'm not running the Hidden Power Ice, so what I'm actually going to do is make the double switch into Heatran, predicting the Skarmory switch, and at the same time I can scout out whether he's running the HP Ice or not, but he seems to not be running the Hidden Power Ice, and it's going to make that switch into Skarmory. So it's a nice position for me, as I can just go straight for that Lava Plume, hit anything up that he wants to bring in. After the Stealth Fox damage, the Lava Plume is going to be more than enough to take out this Landorus, so that's pretty nice for me. Now I believe he's going to send in his Latios. Yeah, he's going to send in his Latios right now, and I don't mind too much because my Heatran is the best thing I have to take a hit from this Latios. So what I'm actually going to do is take that Surf, get off a Toxic on this thing, and try and wear it down, stall it out with the combination of Lava Plume, Toxic, and Sandstorm damage to the point where this thing's down. So that's the plan from here. I'm actually just going to go for that Protect. Like I said, rack up some nice damage on this thing. He's just going to try and take me out with another Surf. So here I'm like, okay, after the lefties recover right now, I can easily live another Surf. So I am just going to go straight for that Lava Plume and get more damage off on this Latios. Like I said, so bring it down really nice, and I'm pretty sure the next turn I can just go for that Protect and stall this thing out. So that's what I'm going to go for, just go for that safe Protect. He's actually going to reveal he is in fact Expert Belt, go for that nice recover, get up to a nice healthy range of HP. The toxic damage is going to bring him down under half, so that's pretty nice. He is going to be forced to switch here, so what I'm actually going to do is, I know if he takes me out with the Surf, then I get the free switch into my Breloom, and I can just easily Mop Punch and Revenge Kill that Latios. So the free safe Lava Plume even was the safest play, so I'm just going to go for that as it brings in his Skarmory just as Death Fodder. Now I know he's going to keep going for that recover, try and get up to a nice healthy amount of HP, and predicting me to go for that Protect to stall some toxic damage, but that's not going to be the case because I am just going to go straight for that Lava Plume. And yeah, just go for that recover. Once again, I'm going to predict that recover yet again. I'm not really fearing if he wants to go for the Surf and take me out, because like I did say, I can get the free switch into my Breloom and take this thing out with Mop Punch. So I'm going to keep going for that Lava Plume, get some nice damage on this thing, because I need to get this. I definitely need to get this Latios in the range where my Breloom can Mop Punch this thing. So now I'm going to predict him to go for that Surf, which he does go for, and Protect. Stall this thing out a little bit more, pretty nicely. And after the lefties, looking at the HP on my Heatran, I'm pretty confident I can live another Surf, and I do live with that 10 HP, which is great. Go for that Lava Plume, fire off a nice chunk of damage on this thing, to the point where after the Sand and Toxic damage, this Latios will go down, so that's pretty nice for me. He's down to his last, his Infernape, and my last two are my Breloom and my Landorus T, so he's going to lock himself into the Hidden Power Ice, but it's not even going to be enough to take out my Heatran. I will be able to fire off a Lava Plume on this Infernape, and that will be the game. GG, QuickBobHero. 3-0 in my favour. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Sorry for the rusty narration, it's been a while, but yeah, once again, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, rating, show them that support, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you guys next time.